Okay, everybody, we're back after quite an adventure. Sorry, everybody, we had an adventure with sound settings, and you can see me still on and off the camera as I'm trying to fix stuff, but we are back. Let me just check everything, the sound, etc. And if you're with us, please write in the comments if you can hear us well. Okay, here we are. So this is part 2. You can hear as well? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're back. Hi, Elena. Sorry for that.
Sorry.
It seems that my speakers just died for some reason, and I had to figure out what was happening. That's why everybody can see me now with my fancy headphones. So, okay. So we're going to have the part 2 of the interview. What the hell? Yamas. Okay. Thomas Peltekis, my friend from North Greece, is here, and he says, "Good evening. We can hear you just fine. That's good. That's good."
Wait.
So
Okay.
now that I'm gonna start to, I have to reopen my questions and have to get things going again. Bear with me for a second. Okay, just hold on, because we're getting lost in Windows. Okay, here we are. Nervosa interview, and let me find where we stopped last time. Nervosa interview. Okay, we're gonna find it. No stress. That's why we call it the Metalheads Cafe. No stress, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, right. I think I found it, and let's take it from there. So, Jailbreak was your latest full-length release of Nervosa. Is it too early perhaps to ask if you're already perhaps working on any new material in order to kill the silence? Are there any ideas written down so far?
Look, we always like to keep on being busy, and every time we're back from a tour, and every time we're getting back home, we like to gather some stuff, gather ideas, gather riffs, about the next songs, etc. I cannot go into details, but yeah, keep in mind that we always like to, keep more content for new stuff. But I cannot go further.
I also take into account that right now, this year is full of tours. So, by definition, I don't think it's a writing stuff year. But I think that in between, maybe you find some time to record, to put down some ideas and, be in the creative
Exactly.
process as well.
Yeah. Yes, we always, because creating a new album is like a huge process, and you need like a lot of material, and we always like not to start from the zero exactly. Like, we don't want to reach the point that we say, okay, now we should create a new album, and we have nothing. We always trying to have like something, ideas, even if it's for the concept of the album, even if it's about the music. We always want to have a bit of something to start from. So always in between tours, we're doing some stuff here and there.
Okay, good. And how about Jailbreak itself? How happy are you all with the result?
We are very happy about how Jailbreak went out, and how people receive it and enjoy it. I mean, we are now like 2 years later, and I see people like enjoying it and singing along the melodies in the live shows. So, like, this means everything.
Okay. And regarding the artwork of the album, how happy are you?
The artwork of the album done by Alcides. It's an illustrator from Brazil, and he created the album, the cover, and he's doing more artworks for Nervosa stuff too. But when he came with the result, we were super happy because he created exactly what we had in our mind, and we didn't give him like so many information, and we didn't give him a specific direction, because the person that is doing the actual job and the person that it's his job to do it, it always has more things in the head, and they always know exactly how to do it. So we just taught him a few stuff here and there, of course, about the concept, the lyrics, and the meaning. And then we let him do his thing. And he came back with the actual artwork. And we loved it. We liked it. Because it's exactly, it has the meaning, what we wanted to say. And everything, the colors and everything, how he managed everything was great.
Great. Okay. How would you compare it in your own words to previous Nervosa releases?
Definitely, this release was like a step over. Like the band stepped on Perpetual Chaos and what the band did with Perpetual Chaos and musically talking, and went a step ahead. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, now there is a difference that Prika is on the vocals. We have two guitars, so things are much more flexible than before. And musically, we combined what Nervosa is and what Nervosa had created all over the years, plus some new elements.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And hold on. Bear with me for a second. Mm-hmm. Okay. Main influences, when you write music for Nervosa, be it bands or specific musicians or even anything else, of course.
Of course. Many influences for Nervosa are bands like Slayer, Exodus, Testament, Metallica, all the big classic thrash bands, and smaller ones, but these are like the biggest influences. So we're not necessarily listening only to that to get inspired, but we are always looking up to these bands. It's like the heroes, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm usually trying to avoid controversial questions, Vitamin Death, but he insists, so I'm going to read it, and you answer it the way you feel. He says, as an all-female band in metal, have we moved past sexism and all its nasty behaviors, or is it still a sea of sweaty dudes with bad haircuts treating women poorly?
No, it's not like that. Okay. Wow. No, it's not like that. It's not perfect, but it's much better than years ago. Mm-hmm. And of course, you still have some kind of behaviors, like weird behaviors, but they are getting less and less.
And I
fortunately,
think specifically in metal, that in general, metalheads are, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think that metalheads are nicer people in general. In my humble opinion. And be it with any sort of distinguishing, or, anything that ends in ism, be it racism or whatever, or sexism or this or that. I think in general that we have, that we are in how can I say it? The audience, the people, that metal comprises of are in general nicer people. Would you agree?
Yeah, they're always like respectful, and they really, I don't remember being like involved in some like a very weird situation. Most of the times it's like things are like normal.
Good old friendly violent fun. Good old friendly violent fun, as we say in thrash metal.
Yeah, but no, I mean, okay, of course, we still need to improve some stuff, but it's much, much, much better than before.
I think there will always be room for improvement, right? In any aspect of life. It will never be perfect.
Yeah, but it's good that it's better than before.
Good. Helena, are you perhaps fascinated by concepts that have to do with the cosmos, the universe, and our very existence? I'm talking about science like astronomy and astrophysics. Not your area.
Not really my area.
Okay. Fair enough. Or if you take it from a philosophical point of view, perhaps like wondering what are we where we are, or existential questions.
Yeah, for sure. This is like it's interesting, and I think like most of us, at least once in our lives, thought about that. But I don't necessarily have dug further into it. But of course, I'm fascinated by doing this kind of conversations and reading stuff about that. But I wish I had more time to dig like further into it.
And having referred to the human nature, if you were to name the basic elements of sin, which ones would you identify as the core elements?
Wow.
There was a pun
That's
intended.
a question.
There was a pun intended over there.
Oh, now I have to think. Wait. The basic elements of sin. Okay.
Trick question. Gotcha.
Big and very deep question. I wasn't prepared for that. I'm drinking my coffee still.
Yeah, I did prepare the question, so it's not fair.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, it's a fair enough answer.
Yeah, my mind cannot go deeper.
I'll read it. I'll read it in Greek. My friend Vitamin's Death. He says, "Την έκαψες ρε την κοπέλα με καφέ δεν απαντάει." Yeah, we burned our brain cells. That's the official translation. Okay. My next question was getting technical about the gear that you're using. You already said that. So I'm gonna go back into the fun side. Fun as a fan, like a metal fan. Not the one that spins, but Okay, as fans. So I want you to share with us the most killer what killer albums did you listen in 2024? What did you distinguish?
In 2024. I'm listening a lot of stuff here and there. And the truth is that most of the times I'm like, yeah, this band released this album, I should check it out. And I never do.
Yeah.
Most of the times I'm listening like random songs like here and there, new releases. And it's not like specifically something. I think I haven't sit down to listen to an album during 2024.
Did you perhaps listen to the new Judas Priest stuff?
Yeah, this I did. But I still haven't listened to the whole album, right?
So it's too early to say anything. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And as we also talked about a little bit about the Greek scene before, are there any bands that you would like to distinguish that have surprised you, with their career and their process and everything in the last few years?
Look, of course, except from the big and known bands that are out there for years and years and they're leading the way of the Greek scene. Apart from that, it's a lot of new bands from the new generation that are coming, and they are doing a very, very good job, and they're killing it, and with great compositions. But also sometimes I'm watching live shows with new bands and younger bands, and I'm getting like surprised by the live performance. And one band that in the last few years I'm following their steps is the Domination Inc. They are from Athens.
Okay.
Yeah. I was amazed because I checked the releases they had till now, which was great job. But I was even more fascinated when I saw their live performance. Okay. Because sometimes it's like, wow, great album, great songs. Okay, let's watch the live show, and the live show is like just the band playing the music. There's not this extra thing like this live thing, on stage to feel it, and the live performance is not there exactly. But they were killing it. They were super active on stage, so they had the whole package.
So Domination League. Okay. And since you're into thrash, I would like to ask you, what do you think about bands such as Suicidal Angels?
Oh, they are in the band that are, for years and years there, and with killer job, killer releases, so many years of touring out there, and there's no question about anything in there.
And from the younger names, Amken?
Amken is also a great band. Yes. Amken, they are also doing great.
Chronosphere?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know lately what they're doing, but
yeah,
I remember.
I don't know either what's happening right now, but it's one of the first names that come up to my head. And have you perhaps listened to Ascending Olympus?
No.
Check them out. Yeah, we had Andreas Logiotatos from Ascending Olympus a few days ago over here for an interview. Great stuff. They're like thrash and death metal, so yeah, check them out.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah.
And nice. Menelaos is asking, he says, does she have other favorite music genres besides thrash?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, I cannot. Mind?
I grew up. I got into music in general.
Yeah.
With the classic rock bands. I mean, when I was a child, I was barely listening to music. I was only into sports and into athleticism. So music was, I don't know how it came up really. Because of my bigger brother, yes. So the thing that got me into listening to music in general was the classic rock stuff. As I said, like Scorpions, Rainbow, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, like all these bands made me to listen to music in general and then take my way to more hard rock, heavy metal stuff. And apart from that, I'm listening a lot to bluesy stuff, maybe pop stuff. I love all the whole 80s pop thing. So yeah, it's not thrash metal 24 hours.
Okay, good. And I asked you before any recent releases that you pay attention to. I'd like you to share with us the most killer gigs you remember as a fan.
As a fan?
And then as guitarist of Nervosa, being on stage. So double question.
Yeah. Okay, one of the gigs that I've been as a fan, and it's still like in my memory, like one of the best moments ever. It was the Scorpions gig in 2018 in Athens. That it was in Kalimarmaro, the stadium, and it was like I don't know how much it was, 65,000 people. I think it was something like this, the number. And I went there pretty early and I got to be like in the first row.
Wow.
So, and I remember I was just waiting there, till the time passed and blah, blah, blah. And it was getting like darker. And I didn't pay attention what was happening in the, behind me. And at some point, I'm turning my head, and it was like the whole stadium, like almost filled with people, and it was. I mean, the image. I still have the image in my head. It's like it was insane. It was insane, and I instantly thought like I'm watching my favorite band in one of the most historic places in Greece, and no, it was incredible night for me.
And as a performer?
As a performer, maybe I would pick like some of the big festivals, like Wacken was like a milestone. It was a hard day because of the weather, because we played Wacken 2023 that was full of rain and full of problems and technical problems, but we managed to do everything. It was a hard show, because of the rain and the wind, and we had some problems like on stage. But for sure, it was like a milestone.
Killer. Okay. Nervosa is signed with Napalm Records. How is the collaboration going so far?
Oh, it's great. I mean, Nervosa it's for years and years now that they are with Napalm Records, and the collaboration has been great. I mean, the band released all 5 albums till now with Napalm Records, and
that alone answers the question, I guess. Yeah.
Oh yes, pretty much.
Okay. And Vitamin Death asked, as a fan, are you moshing in the pit?
No.
You're just taking it easy. You're staying there and you're enjoying the show.
I like the others too. I like to see the others.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Other things that you love besides music?
Movies.
Movies.
I really love movies, watching movies. Yeah, that's one big thing for me. And also I'm a lot into sports since I was a child. So yeah, this is always my top 2 after music, watching movies.
What sort of movies and what sort of sports?
Movies, I'm kind of open. I'm not like strict into one genre. So it can be like, of course, I love horror movies. It can be like action movies. I'm not that good with comedies, but it's okay. Yeah, but I love especially the sci-fi 80s horror stuff. I love all these things. And about sports, since I was a child, I was into martial arts.
Oh.
I'm not doing so much lately. I'm just like hitting the gym, doing some weights, some,
What have you
classic
done as far as martial arts is concerned? I'm interested because I've been there.
Okay, good. So since I was 6, I was into Taekwondo.
ITF or VTF?
VTF.
VTF, the Olympic, yeah.
Yeah, the Olympic one. Yeah. I got. That's the reason why later on I went into sports science university, and blah blah blah. It came from there.
Do you still find any time to practice, to do some training?
Taekwondo, no.
No.
Okay. No. I would like to. Every time I'm coming back from tours, I'm really trying to find, Taekwondo school, to go there, maybe find the time, but I never do. But at some point, for sure, I would like to go back there.
Okay, perfect. And people, you guys keep asking questions I have further on, but you're faster than I am. Okay, Pavlos Klad, he says, how was it to play for Paul Di'Anno?
That was like really special.
Yeah.
Really, really special. It was, it was really one of the moments I'm keeping till now. It was one of the very special moments I'm keeping, and I will have in my head always. No, it was like we played 3 nights, 2 nights in Athens and 1 in Thessaloniki, and everything was like it's the things that they're ending, they're finishing, and you still haven't realized what exactly happened there.
Yeah.
It's more time to realize. But I remember in the first show in Athens, when we started to play, I was, playing, and I was sure that everything like technically was like okay, and I started enjoying the whole thing. I was looking to the stage, and I was seeing like Paul Di'Anno, Gasji, and I was seeing the audience, and I was like wow, we're pretty good in here.
How did that come up?
I was in the Latin American tour with Nervosa in 2022, in October, November, and I had a call that Paul Di'Anno is probably gonna come for a Greek tour, and they proposed me if I want to, fill in as a guitarist, but I, didn't know who else is gonna be in the band. Of course, I said like, yes. I the setlist, of course, the setlist is like the from the first 2 albums of Iron Maiden, and maybe some stuff that Paul Di'Anno did in his solo career. But I think my answer was kind of instant. Like I said, okay, yes. I didn't have like too many information. Later on, I learned that Gasji is gonna be also like a guest in there. The whole thing was like a school. Like it was a big school. It was a huge lesson for me from the rehearsals, the shows, the whole experience was like a big lesson for me.
Perfect. Right. I wanted to ask you, is there... Nervosa have done quite a few video clips. And is it possible that we're going to see any new video clips coming up as well anytime soon? Are there any plans for more video clips?
I cannot go into further details.
Okay.
But we are preparing stuff.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it to
We
that.
are preparing stuff, yes.
And I did ask you about writing new material. We did talk about upcoming tours and everything. Is there something in the upcoming plans of Nervosa that we haven't covered and you would like to talk about?
No, I think like...
these are the 2 main cores, writing music or going live, and I think we've covered these 2. I just asked you about the video clips, so... okay. I think we've covered that, yeah?
Yeah, I think, yes. We're good with this.
Okay, perfect. Pavlos Klad, he says, I was there on the first day. You must have been the best band that Di'Anno had played. I was shocked. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, so before we did talk a little bit about the technical stuff, and the gear that you're using and everything, I'd like to expand it a little bit more with technology. I mean, you're younger than I am, and things, at least back in the day, were different. And I don't think you have experienced that as you're younger, but we used to send letters to each other, not emails. We used to wait for months until we would get a reply, and listening to new stuff was not easy. You really had to start digging till you would discover something. And today, technology helps us not only find anything, but also it makes things much easier when we produce music, when we promote it, and so on and so forth. So how do you see this whole thing with technology? I think more or less you were born in an era where you got into with the wave of technology, and you haven't
Yeah.
experienced so much the lack of it.
Yeah, I think I was in the transition, let's say. I lived some years and I grew up without technology, but during my teenage years and later on, I got into it because the whole thing was like had this kind of big evolution. So definitely everything has the advantages and disadvantages. But of course, nowadays you're able to find any artist from the other side of the world that just released, maybe a single, just one song, something. And as an artist, you have access into a huge amount of people out there by just uploading one video on the social medias or YouTube. You can be exposed to the whole world. But on the other hand, I also liked this kind of magical thing of exchanging CDs. I also had cassettes, so yeah, maybe cassettes. And I liked all this whole process of trying to find and try to take information and not having everything like ready. So I remember myself as a teenager going out there to buy all the music magazines, to read all the news. And I remember myself like taking out from the CDs, the booklets, and reading the lyrics, seeing the pictures. I love this thing. I really love it. And every time somebody is coming and he said like, do you know this band? And I say, no, I have the whole discography. I can give to you. No, please don't. Don't. No. Sometimes you have so much information that it's really hard. Yeah. I don't know. But on the other hand, it's always the pros and cons. I think if you do everything like by having a limit somewhere, like it's okay. If you only use it for the good reason and the good things, it's okay. It's really helping.
I think it's, technology has helped a lot into promoting everything and getting the message across into a huge audience and everything. But at the same time, exactly because everybody has this ability, you're becoming lost into a sea of a lot of opportunities over there, and we're getting bombarded with new music all the time, and it's difficult to target and to be what's the word? Come on. To focus, thank you. To focus on something specific, because we're getting bombarded with so much information, right? While back in the days, it would be, this new album, okay, you won't get to listen to something else until next week or something. But now you have a million different things to listen to, and you cannot really focus on it. So, plus our attention span is getting smaller, weaker, and this makes things a little bit more difficult, right? Yeah. People are saying again, somebody, Nikos Thrasher, Toxic Terror, he's there. Hi, Nikos. He says, again, we can't hear you. I can hear you. Everybody, I think, can hear us. People, can you hear us? I hope. Elena, can you talk a little bit?
Hello?
Yeah, I can see everything moving here. Anyways, others, write as well. If you can hear us, everything seems correct here. It was just my gear, but we will see. Okay, yes, Vitamin Death, he says, I can hear you well. Okay, thank you. Right. That has become a nightmare today. Okay. And Vitamin Death, he asked before, he says, do you prefer death metal being well polished and deep in Pro Tools, or the more raw approach of, let's say, Possessed?
We don't necessarily have to go to the
The
two
extreme
edges.
sides, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, we can deal with something in between, maybe.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and keep it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good. And regarding technology that we mentioned before, yeah, Nico κατάλαβε ποιος είσαι. Yes, he says, tell her to understand who I am. Nico Strasher, Toxic Terror. Oh, you remember. Anyways, and yeah, regarding technology, I'm just gonna mention two letters, AI. What are your thoughts?
Again, if we take the advantages, it's okay. But if we start to overdoing with it, then it's not getting like good. On the other hand, like the more you think, the more crazy it is, because some years ago, all these things were kind of like very into the fantasy,
Yeah,
you know.
you couldn't grasp that as a concept.
Yeah, and now everything is like happening for real. It's like the actual reality. So I don't know. I'm not so much, into all these things, and I wish some stuff we could keep them in the more old school way.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, as I said, like if we take the good stuff out of there, it's okay. I'm okay.
Okay. And if we take the concept out of music and we take it, into the wider aspect of it, like AI in humanity, what do you think of it in general? Do you think it's gonna destroy the world? Do you think it's gonna make things better, make things worse?
I don't know if it's only AI that destroys the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's the users behind it, right? It's humanity.
Yeah, I don't know how further this thing might go, and I have no idea about all the things that can happen with the AI. Definitely, it's kind of scary on the one hand.
Yeah.
Because the possibilities are numerous for everything to go wrong. Mm-hmm. Maybe, but if AI can help in some stuff, like I don't know, in the medical section, and give other solutions, then yes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any gigs that have been announced in 2025 and you would love to watch as a fan?
There are a couple of stuff that I would like to watch, especially this summer is in Greece. It's on fire.
Yeah.
With all the events and all the bands that are already announced. I don't know if I will be here, but for sure, if I'm here, I'm gonna join. Like, I'll try to join most of the festivals out there, because it's crazy what's going on this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And have you ever visited our island, Crete?
Once, when I was like a child.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah, we have two big festivals. We have Rethymno Rocks and we have Chaniarok Festival. And this is where we also got to enjoy Exodus last summer.
Yes.
So we saw Gary, as we talked about him before, and also some other amazing names. So yeah, you should.
I should for sure.
Hopefully we get to see you over here. You will not escape the Raki, the Raki procedure. Okay. And is there, Elena? Is there an artist that you would love to collaborate with? Any artist? And I'm not talking, just Nervosa. I'm talking you as Elena, in the future, in your life at some point.
Yeah, like, okay, the list can be like endless. Yeah. With it can be huge, but okay, of course, I mean, everyone would love to work with, and to work with like the top favorite artists, like as I said, like Scorpion, Judas Priest, but okay, that's like a much further thing. And I don't know. I cannot say like specifically like one, but for sure I would like to work and do something with one of my heroes, at least now, in the future, like wherever.
If you were about to set up the most amazing metal band of, the whole universe and existence, what musicians would that band consist of?
Metal band, right? Oh. Wow.
Dead or alive artists?
Yeah, absolutely. I would put. Okay. Wait. Let me think. I would like to have Lemmy, of course.
I would suppose on the vocals.
Yeah, a vocal and bass together. Yes, of course. Yes, vocal and bass.
Not on the drums.
Not on the drums. No.
Okay.
For sure, no.
Lemmy on the vocals and the bass.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Totally. I would like to watch like Gary Moore, maybe.
Okay.
Because it's one of my top favorite guitarists, and I never had the chance to see him in a live show. So maybe I would put him there. And we said metal because I was about to say John Bonham, but this would be more rock.
Okay.
But, yeah. I don't know, maybe go with Bonham.
Okay.
Yeah. It would be a nice band, I think.
Maybe. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And Vitamin Death asks, any band tattoos? He says, I have a few. Celtic Frost Skull, Burning Witch, Sun No, Einstürzende Nebeuten, Talking Heads, and more. So, yeah, any band tattoos?
Band tattoos? No.
Okay.
For now, no.
Right. Elena, more or less, this is where my questions finished. I don't know if anybody else from the audience has anything else to ask in this second part of the interview. So now is the time. I think it's... Hold on. He's suggesting Vitamin Death is suggesting a lineup. He says Pete Sandoval on the drums, Gus Chambers from Gripa and C on the vocals, Tom Angel Reaper on the bass, and Helena on guitars.
There you go. We have a band.
That would be interesting.
Okay. That would be interesting. Yeah.
Okay, Helena, I think it's safe to say we can close the interview. Thank you so much for coming over to Altars of Metal, and I'm sorry we had the technical difficulties at some point.
No problem
It's
at all.
not the end
No
of the
problem.
world. We managed to make it 2 parts, so it's 2 interviews, double the views, double the...
Why not?
It's all good. Really, thank you so much. I wish you all the best with Nervosa and with the upcoming tours and the new material and everything that's coming up to your way. Hope it's good. Hope it's nice. Hope it's full of positivity and good vibes. I think I'm going to ask you over here to close with a message to your fans.
Okay. So here we are. The new year has already started and we announced a lot of stuff and we really have loads more coming. So keep an eye open and see you out there.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Έλενα Κοτίνα, everybody, from Nervosa. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next show. Keep in mind, we have next week, as from tomorrow, we have every night we have a new show with a new band, and we will be promoting the Ghostlands and Ravenlands festival in Athens next Sunday in Athens in Kitaro Live. Thank you everybody for joining, and see you all next time. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.